I don't know how an author can take $95,000 from their audience and give them nothing. So this situation has started to come out, and people have really started to dive into the entire thing in the last few weeks, but this is a multi-year situation. Some of you will probably have already seen it. Others, maybe this is the first time you're seeing this, and I'll link more videos down in the description with more information, because that's not what this video is. Hold on. This video is coming from an aspiring author perspective, an aspiring author who doesn't really have an audience, who cannot even fathom doing this to a potential fan base. So I'm just trying to give my personal opinion on this and maybe offer some other conversational things. So in case you haven't heard, Britt Andrews did a Kickstarter where she was trying to raise $5,000 and in exchange offering hardcovers, a candle, special merch, exclusive merch. And in 2 weeks, she raised $95,000 because that's how long I think the Kickstarter was, 2 weeks. She got 768 people backing this Kickstarter and offering their money, if my numbers are correct. I'm not quite sure about this exact number though. Now, she did this in 2023, and still to this day, as of May 28th, she still has not fulfilled this Kickstarter. The candle company canceled on them. She's pushed back, obviously, the date of giving out these Kickstarters because she was not finished with the book when she did the Kickstarter, which is a whole other conversation. And it's been a while. As I mentioned, I am not going to be explaining the situation in great detail. I'll link the videos down in the description if you want to know more about this, but let's discuss. Now, my name is Bella Reve. I'm an aspiring author in the fantasy and romance combination genres, and I am working on my debut novel, temporarily titled Alina, which will hopefully be coming out within the next year, but I'll discuss that in a future video. This is a lot. The idea of doing a Kickstarter without having a finished novel that you can and will publish and send to your readers is ridiculous. I don't have a good script for this video, so we're going to back up and just discuss the past stuff. So there are a lot of rumors, allegedly things just that she has done in the past that people have not been happy with. So first off, for books that are less than 5 years old, she has multiple cover versions of them. Within 5 years, if you do have spicy books, there are only 2 covers you need. Technically only 1, but for argumentative sake, 2. You need the original spicy romance cover, and then if you would like, you can do a discrete cover. A lot of readers like having the discrete covers because those are the covers that they can take out in public without being nervous of what people will say about their spicy cover. The problem is that her books have more than 2 covers for books that are less than 5 years old. I think she started in 2019, or her majority of her books have come out after 2020 and that time period. So the idea that her books have multiple covers is 1, ridiculous. 2, in my personal opinion, just a money grab. Another thing that she's done that has really irritated some of her fans is she was guest for some different events. I don't know which one, but she did cancel on that event days before the event was supposed to take place. Now, if you're a featured author, that means that you have a larger fan base, meaning that a lot of people might have bought these tickets specifically to see you. So the idea that you cancel days before the event of something that your fans are expecting you to be at kind of sucks. Another thing that she did, which has to do with the covers, is one of her book series, I don't remember which one, has a plus size main character, which is not the most common. I wouldn't necessarily claim this as plus size. The problem is that mid series, I think, she redid the covers and changed the main character on the cover to someone who was a different size. It's kind of like a slap in the face to the readers that got into this novel because of the cover, because of who the main character was, because of the marketing behind the novel, and just changing the main character on the cover when your readers came for something specific. I don't know how many other questionable things that she's done. These are the confirmed things that I personally have a problem with. The multiple covers, the changing of the cover art when it comes to changing the size of your character, the canceling on events days before. Okay, so I'm back at a different time. You can probably tell because of the lighting. Where did I leave off? I can't even fathom the idea of doing a Kickstarter and not have the book done. Now, she did do the Kickstarter clearly stating that the book was not finished, but she said that the book would be ready soon. If you're going to promise that, then you have to actually deliver. I don't agree with the idea of doing any sort of Kickstarter when your book is not ready. But like everything that she did after was absolutely insane. She did very few updates for the following periods. She got super annoyed with people wanting refunds because they gave her their money in exchange for a book that was not ready and was not being shipped out. So they asked for refunds, and she was not giving them refunds. She was instead blocking people, allegedly, for protection. And I think that is just absolutely insane. The disrespect that she did to her audience by taking their money and not giving them the product that they were promised, I just cannot imagine this entire situation. Okay, I'm gonna go into like a different thing because like I can understand the overwhelming situation that this would have been. Your goal was $5,000 and then you got $95,000. She had 768 backers, so I can understand how expensive that would be to give them the products that they had asked for. And I don't know if to provide everything for the Kickstarter, it would have taken the entire $95K, but like you are making profit of whatever you're doing. So let's just, for argumentative sake, the amount of playing room you have with $95,000 is insane. And I know for damn sure that she didn't need all of that money to do whatever it was that she was providing for her fan base, because the larger number that you are ordering things for, the cheaper the individual cost per item is. So the amount of things that I could do for my novels is insane. Enamel pins, custom stationery, plushies, special artwork with special things printed on it, full color map on fabric. She writes fantasy. She could have used that money to create an entire second book of just fan art, of just things, like one of those information books that have like the fantasy creatures with all their details in them. She could have done an entire book on that. Ma'am, the longer she goes not giving anything to the people that supported this Kickstarter, the harder it's going to be for her to get back her career. I understand. I get that she has a dedicated fan base, but the longer it takes for her to do anything, issue refunds, write the book, and give out the things for it, the worse it's going to be for her. With Kickstarter, you can push it back once. If she had gotten to the end of the original pushback time period and she still didn't have the book ready, she didn't have the products for it, she should have returned the money and apologized to her fan base, offered them that she was going to do updates on the book later, and then let them know when she'd do the Kickstarter again. But she most definitely should have done refunds. At this point, all she can do is do refunds and then go off the grid for 2 years and do nothing related to her writing, her books, nothing. And then coming back with a bunch of books, some apologies, some giveaways, some of things that she's doing, like special things that are free, not paid. I don't know what she can do to get the career back that she originally got, because at this point, even her dedicated fan base is getting really irritated. The only reason I think that she hasn't given the money back to her fans is because she doesn't have it. I don't know what she did with it, but if she had the money, she would have done stuff with it. So I have no idea how long this video is gonna be. I was just ranting because this is just a frustrating situation that I wanted to give my 2 cents on. God, what I could do with $95,000. Anyways, check out this video next if you would like to see what I read in April. I'm going to be doing a May video soon, so keep an eye out for that. It's definitely going to come out probably at the end of June. Most definitely. Bye.